Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Noodle film review. Tonight we're making the start of a new journey through the Conjuring universe, which is this box set. We're going to be working our way through all the Conjuring films, the Annabelle films, the Nun films, working our way through them and reviewing them. I thought it was something that we should do on the channel because it's a genre that I do love. I do love hauntings and stuff like that, and it's one that I don't really touch on very much on the channel. So we're going to try and do that by getting that right, by doing these Conjuring films. So of course we're starting off with the first one, The Conjuring, which is where we meet the Warren family, which most of these films involve the Warren family, and they are demonologists who go around investigating sort of paranormal activities and sort of like any sort of demony possessions on hauntings, all this sort of wonderful things. And this film starts off with having a conversation with three young teens who share a flat, and they're discussing, and we meet for the first time the Annabelle doll. And they're talking about this Annabelle doll who they've obtained, and they've invited it, sort of guest or ghost, whatever they think it's haunted or possession, into their lives. But the Warrens say no. The ghost, there's objects can't be haunted, but the demons can possess them, trying to make their way in towards you, sort of thing. So that's what they reckon what's happened. So they discuss through the Annabelle thing where they go out for a night, the girls, and they come home and they get this note saying "Miss me," which has been written by the doll Annabelle, and they see Annabelle laying in their hallway, and they didn't put her there, and she's got crayons by her hand and stuff. And then they go into one of the main bedrooms, and it's all been sort of like crayons all drawn on the walls, on the furniture, on the ceiling, and the words "Miss me" again on the ceiling. And they think there's something, you know, really sort of wrong and demonic about this doll. So they take it outside and throw it away into the dustbin. And then the girls go to bed, and then they hear this really loud knocking on the door throughout the night. And they both wake up hearing this. So they go to the door, open it, and there's no one there apart from another note on the floor saying "Miss me." And in one of the other rooms in the house knocks, and they open it, and they get some sort of shock surprise, but we don't see it. It cuts straight back to their interview where we see the Annabelle doll, the three girls, and obviously the Warrens. And so that's when they tell them about the doll, and they take the doll off them. We then cut to our main story of the film. This is based in the 70s, the first story, and it's a sort of new young family. It's that they move into a new house. Surprise, surprise! Very sort of Amityville sort of style. So we've got the husband, the wife, and the older daughter, and the younger daughters, and stuff like that, and their pet dog. Now they've arrived at the house, and they all go in. The teen doesn't want to. The girl doesn't want to be there. And the dog doesn't want to enter the house. The man tries to drag him in, but he just doesn't want to go in. So anyway, the family sort of move in and settle in and take all their belongings in and stuff like that. And then they sort of settle down playing the games. They're playing this sort of hide and seek sort of game where the girls sort of got like a over her eyes, like a blindfold, and the other girls are hiding. They've got a clap for when they to give clues to where they are, because she can't see because she's blindfolded. They're playing this game, and they accidentally knock this wooden down thing, this wooden plank in the sort of like under the stairs down, and they find a hidden room underneath the house, like a big cellar with all this sort of old furniture and stuff. And since they've opened that, all this weird stuff starts to happen. We then cut back to the Warrens' house, where we see like their room with all their sort of like treasures that they've got from these things that they've been involved with, all the different cases they've been to solve. They've even got the Annabelle doll there in this cabinet saying "Do not ever open" sort of thing. And all these sort of items, toys and clothes, whatever they are, supposed to all be cursed, but they're all sort of like they kept them down there to keep them safe away from the public. Anyway, so we see it there, and then there's a guy interviewing the the male of the Warren saying, about this stuff, and talking about his wife who's been affected by something that's happened in an exorcism that they've already been involved in. We then cut back to our family in their new home, and weird stuff is still happening. It's getting really cold and stuff like that, and the girls got no sort of heating or anything like that in the house. They're all starting to feel this sort of cold. And the young girl goes out the next day looking for the dog, and they find the dog outside dead. And then there's another thing at night time. I think it's 3:10 every night. The clock stops, and all the clocks in the house stop at that time. And there's one night when they're laying in bed, and the young girl's laying there, and she feels a real big paw on her leg. And she thinks it's her sister. And she goes, "Oh, I haven't done anything," because I've not left the bed. Anyway, all these sort of bizarre little things are happening. The dad's downstairs sort of late at night. I don't know if he's working or whatever, but he starts to hear all these sort of noises going on and all these bizarre things. So he starts looking around the house because his doors are creaking open, and he's trying to suss out what all this is. It's a typical sort of haunting sort of Hammer sort of film, It's just like typical sort of hauntings. And we get little jump scares. He approaches the stairs as one of the girls is standing on the stairs. And she's saying, because they're hearing this sort of knock noise that keeps going like this throughout the night. They don't know what it is. And the girl goes, it's the younger daughter, she's been sleepwalking. So he goes up the stairs and sees her against this old wardrobe. And she's sort of like rocking, bashing her head on this wardrobe like this, and all these sort of bizarre things are happening. And while this is all happening, the wife of the family is starting to get bruises and stuff on her body, and all these crazy things are going on. And now they've discovered this old wardrobe. So what is actually happening? Is this house haunted, or is it a demon possession? What's going on? Are the Warrens going to come and help this family sort out their new home so they can live in there? What is with this wardrobe? You need to watch it and find out. What do I think of The Conjuring? It's creepy as hell. It's a really creepy horror film. It's really, really cool. They have captured a great sort of like eerie atmosphere in the film, very similar to the atmosphere in Amityville Horror. There's not a lot of differentiation between the two films. Two families move in, and crazy things start to happen. But this one, we've got this family, we've got the Warren family that are like the Ghostbusters of this kind of problems that only seem to happen in movies. And it's a wonderful wonderful experience to watch, because it's not gory. There's a lot of jump scares, and it's very eerie. So if you don't enjoy films of like a dark space and you can hear a noise and you don't know what it is, or a creak up the top of the stairs and you think there could be something or someone up there, if you don't like that sort of thing, these films are probably not for you. But if you're happy with that and you enjoy the sort of haunted sort of films, and films like Paranormal Activity, which is more of a modern sort of version of this sort of series, then you will love this. The pluses of this edition, the Blu-ray, looks really nice. It's going to look nice anyway, because it's quite a modern sort of series of films. So they're all going to look nice anyway. But they have toned the colours down to sort of oranges and browns to give it that 1970s look, which is still quite popular today. We're still getting films now made to look like a 1970s horror film. They seem to want to go back to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre period of time of horror film, and a lot of films and a lot of film directors are trying to do that with their films at the moment. It's a great cast, really well acted, really cool, really convincing and believable. It's a great horror film and really enjoyable if you just want a popcorn horror film, or if you really want to delve into it and sort of be freaked out by the paranormal sort of events that are going on in the house. And if you want to be really creeped out by all the characters and the ways they're experiencing these different things that are happening, which can really creep you out, then you will love this film. So I'm going to score the first Conjuring film an awesome watch and give it a 9 out of 10. It's a fantastic film, really cool. And it's great to revisit it again. I'm really glad I picked this box set up. It contains all the first 7 of them. It doesn't contain the last one, The Nun 2, which I will pick up once I've gone through these to add that on to my reviews. I have already done a small review of The Nun 2 on my channel because I really enjoyed it. I saw it at the cinema and it was really cool. A lot of bad negative reviews on that film. I don't give a monkeys about that. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. And I enjoyed this one. So, The Conjuring, 9 out of 10. Any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you think of the film. So this is the first review of the Conjuring universe. We will look at all the Conjuring films. I believe there's 3 of them. And then there's 3 Annabelle films. And then there's 2 Nun films, I believe. But they're all linked together. So this is the first one of the Conjuring universe, The Conjuring. Guys, till my next video, please check out some more horror channels for me. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Manview Film, RS Designs, Pizzlewell. I'm the Ice Lord, Cat Watches Horror Movies, Grumpy Andrew's Haunted House. And a massive shout out to the lad. Till next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope that I'll see you all soon.